Hi friends, welcome to Craft Corner. As you can see, we're going to be making a craft today, but not just any craft, maybe something a little bit different. This is going to be making something that we're actually going to be able to grow and maybe one day actually eat. Today we're going to be doing some gardening, but before we go outside and plant our plants into the ground so they can grow, we actually need to start sprouting them. Have you ever heard of that word, sprout? It's just a little baby plant when they're starting to grow. Now you're only gonna need a few things in order to do this. And we get to be pretty creative with what you have maybe at home or what you can grab at the store too. So if you see here, I have this tray that has all these individual little spots that we can grow some plants in. But maybe you don't have this at home. You can also use an egg carton. Maybe you have eggs in your refrigerator that you've already eaten up. We can open them up, and do you see here how it has all the individual slots? Just like our plastic guy here, you can actually grow some plants into here. But for today, we are going to be planting some plants in this tray here. So the first thing we have to do is actually fill them up with some dirt. Now I have some potting soil right here that we are going to be using, because if you look inside the dirt, you might see some white specks, even a little bit of some sticks in there, and it's really helpful for the plants. So it helps to have some oxygen go through, our water to go through, and it has all the nutrients for our plants in there too. It's like plant food. Do you ever eat some food? Well, the plants need food as well. Just like we need food and water, that's what we're going to be doing for our plants so they can grow just like us. So we're gonna start by putting some dirt into these containers. But I make a really big mess. I don't know about you, so I'm gonna put some gardening gloves on. Voila! It's like I'm a little plant doctor here. I'm gonna grab one of our containers out so that you can see it. And if you notice, these have little holes in the bottom too. That way, if we overwater or put too much water in, the water drains out so that our plants don't drown in the water. Start filling it up. And we are gonna fill it almost all the way up to the top, so there's plenty of dirt in here. I'm gonna hold it up for you so you can see. Do you see how much dirt we have in there? Pretty full. Now, this is the reason why I wore my gloves. We're gonna make a little hole inside of our dirt bed we have here, right into the center. And we're gonna keep that hole right there, because now it's time for us to get out some seeds. I don't know if you've ever seen like a vegetable or a flower seed before, but they can be really teeny tiny, and then they start to grow. So we're gonna open up some tomatoes. Do you like tomatoes? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I love tomatoes. But the great part about growing some plants is that you don't necessarily have to grow tomatoes. You can grow some fruit, like some watermelon, even some pumpkins. You can then grow some green beans or cucumbers, whatever you want. Do you see how tiny those seeds are? They're little babies, they're so tiny. But we only need one seed. So I'm gonna take just one out. One little baby one here. And we're gonna put it right into the hole we made. Goodbye, seed. And now that we have it in there, we can either brush over some of the dirt we put in, or I'm gonna add one more little scoop right on top. So now it's completely covered, and I'm gonna put it right back into the tray. And now I'm gonna spray it with some water. We're just going to spray the top. Oh, this makes a fantastic sound. Oh, I love it. Now we've added some water to the top. Now this isn't going to be the last time you water it. For these, you might even have to water them every single day. So you might pick a time like the morning or the afternoon where you can remember you need to spray our plants. And then we're gonna make sure we put them in the sun so that the sun also feeds the plants too. They need the sun to grow big and strong just like we do. Like we go out into the sun and play. Well, our plants need the sun as well. So now that we have filled up one container, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the rest, add some seeds into them, and we'll wait a few weeks of watering them, putting them out into the sun, and see how they grow. You wanna see how fast they grow? Let's go take a look. Hi friends! Right now I'm here at the Shelby Township Community Garden at the Shelby Township Activity Center. Maybe you have a community garden in your neighborhood too. Now if you don't have this space in your own yard, it's perfect. You can actually get a space somewhere else and plant your own plants. So that's what we're going to do today. We're gonna put the plants that we grew into the ground. And then should I like it in or should I shovel it?
Do a scoop just so.
That was fun.